3 leaguers down and we only just got here. Need backup now.
This creature has not been identified and is rumored to have left members of the Justice League wounded or near death.
We need you, Clark. I don't know where you came from, but I'm sending you back.
You can't go back after that thing. It's suicide.
I have to get back to work. This city needs me.
Hi, this is Marc Morrell from ToonBarn. We're here at San Diego Comic-Con 2018. We're talking about Death of Superman, and we're talking to one of the co-directors, Sam Liu, right?
Yes.
So in this one, you were actually co-directing with Jake. So is there a part of stuff that he was working on versus a part of stuff that you were working on?
Yeah, it's a little complicated and maybe something that people, I don't know, don't care about. But the original, there was a deal made, you know, as far as the overseas studio that we were using, and so they were going to board about again a third of the movie, and you know, the movie is basically the death of Superman, right? So it's about basically his life, and then the thing that kills him, right? And so I felt like the things that mattered in his life was going to be a tricky thing, especially to be translated, and then sort of, you know, maybe an overseas thing where it doesn't, you know, the translation wasn't quite easy. So I felt like it was better to keep that internally, and leave the fighting to you know, to them, because I think it's a little more straightforward. And again, they're great at fighting. I mean, they did like the Voltron series, they did like Avatar, and so
you're talking about Studio Mir.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. All right. You know this stuff, of course. Yeah. Yeah. So Jake was somebody that I had worked with for, you know, a long time. You know, we worked together on like Green Lantern the animated series and Beware the Batman, stuff like that. So again, he you know, he's a guy that, you know, was you know, beginning his directing kind of, you know, credentials. He directed a few things. So we were just like, why don't we take Jake? Because, you know, he's really good at fighting and stuff like that. And again, it's just, I think he'd be great at sort of managing the overseas studio, because they're going to be, you know, they're already doing a good job. And then Jake will know what we want storytelling wise. And so yeah, so it just made a lot of sense. Yeah.
All right. Originally, in the graphic novels, there was Doomsday, and then there was Funeral for a Friend, and then there was Reign of the Supermen. So is there a Funeral for a Friend part to any of these two movies that we've got here?
Remind me again what the funeral...
It was basically everybody's reaction to the death of Superman, and dealing with that.
Kind of a thing, right?
Yes.
Okay, yes. Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure that we're talking about something that maybe I'm not. Yes, the first part is basically the death and the epilogue.
Okay.
And it teases into the Reign of the Superman.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
So
that's
thank you. Thank you for, because I wanted to know where it cut off.
Right. Yeah.
All right. So that's very very helpful. Thank you. All right, so thank you for joining us on ToonBarn. We're looking forward to this premiere right after this.
Oh, awesome. I hope you guys enjoy it.
All right.
Thanks.
In the comic, the fight was staged it starts very wide, and we progressively get tighter and tighter and tighter, and the panels get bigger and bigger and bigger. And so we wanted to kind of replicate that feeling in the movie. Superman has an emotional investment in stopping Doomsday. The idea that he may not survive is the first time he's ever had to deal with that kind of emotion. There's a point where we see the realization in his eyes. This is a thing that he may not be able to be.
As a fan, I want to see that depth and the idea that this sacrifice feels like it was given the weight to mean something.
To try to push for something different was a really fun opportunity to do on this movie. It fired off on all cylinders, like, yeah, let's really bring something unique to this, but also have it still feel very reminiscent of the comic book.
The death of Superman was something that I think comic book fans thought was unthinkable. It gave fans a chance to realize how much the character means to them.
I'm blown away by seeing Superman that vulnerable. He's willing to sacrifice to save not only Lois Lane, but everyone.
the biggest hero in the world can be killed, then anything can happen in this universe.
If anyone's watching this, send help! No!
You think it might kill Superman?
It would save me a lot of trouble.